Essentially, there are two major types of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, the type that I have, happens when your immune system destroys the insulin-producing cells in your pancreas. And as a result, you become insulin dependent for life, and you have to take insulin on an ongoing basis, manage your diet, and a number of other things until such time that we find a cure and insulin will no longer be necessary.
The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation was organized and formed by parents of children with type 1 diabetes. It was an activist group who said, well, if nobody else is going to do it, we need to do it. And they started out raising money specifically for research of diabetes, of type 1 diabetes. They keep it on the frontal lobe, and JDRF is always rated one of the top not-for-profits for putting more money or a higher percentage of every dollar they raise into research. They don't have a lot of administrative costs. They don't do a lot of marketing because the organization is completely dependent upon volunteers and parents and letting the parents be proactive in where the money's going and finding a cure for their children. Managing diabetes is a full-time job, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. You always think about it. When you put something in your mouth, you think about it. And that's one of the things that you just have to learn to live with. It's a frustrating thing because you would like to take a break from that, but you can't.
We've kind of gotten in a routine at the beginning of every school year where I go and explain to the kids what's going on, just because Liam gets tired of having so many questions, and that gives us a chance to get it all out in the open. When he was really young, when he was in daycare, it was kind of a problem because then the kids were too little and we had to put special locks because I was scared of them getting it and dosing him. 2 and 3-year-olds don't know better. So, but the kids now are very supportive. He has a lot of support. Like we have a walk team and he has lots of support with that. Lots of kids will show up and.
Can I tell the name?
Sure.
And our team name is the Batson Brigade. And
we were the second biggest. We raised the second most last year at the Walk to Cure Diabetes, which is in the fall. We have 2 main fundraisers: the walk, and then in the spring we have our spring gala, which is the event that we have coming up in April. They're very different events, but they're both good events.
We're particularly excited about our 9th annual Denim and Diamonds Gala that we're having here in the Baton Rouge area on April 24th at the Hurd property on Old Perkins Road. And at this event we have live auctions, we have silent auctions, we have on-site raffles, we have raffles of things that have been donated to us. For example, this year Hollingsworth Richards Ford has donated a 2010 Ford Fusion, so we're selling raffle tickets for it, and the drawing will be held the night of the event. Need not be present to win. And then we also have what we call a Fund to Cure component of our fundraising that night, where people pledge donations to research, and 100% of what they pledge goes directly into research. No expenses come out of it. It is dedicated to research. So it's a fun event. We have the Modern Eldorados as the band that's entertaining that night. We have many of the restaurants in the local area that are participating. We have an open bar. We have plenty of refreshments. It's a fun event. And unlike a lot of galas, it's not a black tie event. It's a casual event. It's almost like an outdoor barbecue. If folks want to contact JDRF, they can call our local number at 225-932-9511 or toll free at 866-932-9511. They could visit our website at www.jdrf.org/Baton Rouge. And at that site, they can find out more information about how to purchase tickets for the event, how to purchase raffle tickets, and more details about what the event is all about and how they can become involved.